Top 10 Mistakes on Form I-864 2025 Update. Avoid delays at NVC. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Swanberg channel. In this channel, we share tips, how-to videos, quotes, and vlogs. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing, and all your comments are appreciated. Disclaimer: the content of this video is based on my personal experience and research regarding the US visa process. It is informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. Always consult official sources or a qualified immigration attorney for guidance on your specific situation. If you're applying for a CR1 or IR1 spousal visa, one of the most critical forms you'll need at the NVC stage is the Form I-864, Affidavit of Support. In my previous video, I shared a step-by-step guide on how to fill out Form I-864 along with the 7 common mistakes applicants often make. If you haven't watched that yet, I highly recommend checking it out first. It gives you a solid foundation. You'll find the link in the pinned comment and the description below. In this new video, I go even deeper. We'll cover the top 10 I-864 mistakes in 2025, why they matter, and how to avoid them so your affidavit of support gets accepted the first time. So, if you've already filled out your form, this is the video you need before submission. Quick overview. The I-864 is required for CR1 or IR1 visas at the NVC stage. It must be uploaded through CAAC, the NVC online portal. Any mistakes can trigger an RFE and delay your case for months. Using the wrong form version. USCIS updates their forms frequently. If you download from a random website or use an outdated version, the NVC will reject it immediately. Tips: always download directly from the official website before filling it out. I will show the link here on the screen. Mistake number 2. Leaving blanks instead of writing NA or none. One of the most common mistakes on the I-864 is leaving certain fields completely blank. The official USCIS instructions are very clear. If a question doesn't apply to you, you should write NA or not applicable or none. Why? Because a blank space can sometimes confuse the reviewing officer. They may wonder, did the sponsor skip it by mistake? And it could trigger an RFE which delays your case. Now, here's a quick personal note. In my own case, I actually left a few blanks, and guess what? My I-864 was still approved, so yes, sometimes it goes through just fine. But here's the catch. Not everyone has the same reviewing officer, and not every case gets treated the same. So while blanks work for me, the safer, recommended approach is always fill every line with either an answer NA or none. That way you minimize the risk of delay at NVC. Tips: never leave anything blank unless the instructions specifically say so. Mistake number 3. Miscounting household size. Household size is the #1 area people mess up. You must include yourself, the sponsor, spouse, children, any dependents on your taxes, and the intending immigrants. Many either forget to include themselves or double count the immigrant spouse. Tips: use the USCIS household size instructions as your checklist. Mistake number 4. Reporting gross income instead of adjusted gross income. The I-864 specifically asks for adjusted gross income, line 11 on IRS Form 1040. Many people mistakenly write their total salary or gross pay. Always use IRS tax transcripts instead of W-2s to avoid confusion. Mistake number 5. Not providing full tax documents. Some sponsors only upload W-2s or partial documents. The NVC requires the most recent IRS tax transcript, last first year, sometimes last 3 years. Tips: order free transcripts from irs.gov. It's faster and cleaner than uploading a full tax return. Mistakes number 6. Errors in sponsors' information. Missing or mistyped social security number, A number or USCIS account number can trigger a delay. Tips: double check numbers and match them exactly as they appear on official documents. Mistakes number 7. Mixing income without correct forms. If you're combining income from a household member or a joint sponsor, you must file an I-864A or an additional I-864. Many skip this step thinking one form is enough. Tips: if a joint sponsor is involved, they must file their own I-864 with supporting tax documents. And if it is a household member, they have to file their I-864A. Mistakes number 8. Forgetting to sign the Form I-864. Believe it or not, this happens a lot. USCIS and NVC do not accept electronic signatures or typed names. Sign in wet ink, then scan and upload. I also made a separate video on just that topic. I link it below. A step-by-step walkthrough of how to fill up, sign, and upload Form I-864. I'll show her on the screen. Mistakes number 9. Poor upload quality on CAAC. Uploading sideways photos, dark scans, or oversized files can cause rejections. Tips: save in PDF format, maximum of 2 MB or less, and make sure it's clear and readable. Mistake number 10. Not meeting the income requirements. If your income is below 125% of the federal poverty guidelines, the NVC will not accept your I-864. Solutions: you must add a joint sponsor, use household income, or use assets to cover the shortfall. Tips: always check the current year's poverty guidelines before submitting. And the final pro tips is always review the NVC's public checklist before uploading. Compare your form with a sample NVC I-864 if you're unsure. Don't rush, errors cause months of delays. Now you know the top 10 mistakes on the Form I-864 in 2025 and how to avoid them. I hope this saves you time and stress in your CR1 or IR1 visa journey. Which part of the I-864 worries you the most? Household size, income, or joint sponsor? Let me know in the comments. I reply to as many as I can. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss my next tutorial. And if you know someone going through this process, send this video their way. It could save them months of waiting. Thank you and God bless.